you, and you have me. That puts a bow up in the sky, tells the rain cease. We've had up, we've had down, we've had warm nights, we've gone round and round. What I know, this much is true. There ain't a color in the rainbow that shines out.
呢幾個話生個嚟過啦，我哋自己行過。
요거 넣어봐요.
So let's carve our names into this tree, then lay beneath the beauty of a leaf. Will the birds and the bees seem to agree that we're strong as the maple, and twice as sweet? We've had a